Okay, now today we'll be investigating a piece by Albrecht Dürer. The piece is a painting of Charlemagne the Great, first king of the Franks and emperor of the Romans. Currently, this piece resides in the same place where it was made, Nuremberg, Germany, but in the past it has made its way to Cologne, Venice, Milan, Florence, and Rome. It can be found at the National Museum of Germany in Nuremberg. This is truly where it belongs. Although many might be misled by his title King of the Franks, he was King of Franks and Germans alike, ruling side by side with the Pope. When looking at this picture, we can see where the Frankish and German influence overlap. On the top left is this huge shield with the German coat of arms, a black single-headed eagle against a gold background. This eagle covers his golden robes. On the top right is another shield with 3 French lilies, an iconic symbol of French influence. Both shields seem to be pointing at Charlemagne's crossed crown, as if to put Catholicism in the center, relating these two cultures. It's in fact hard not to look at his crown, because how magnificently it's adorned with gems. In his left hand is the globus cruciger. This roughly means in Latin, orb wearing a cross. This orb is to represent Christ's dominion over the globe. This orb in the hand of an earthly ruler only emphasizes more that Christ is above all, and even those most powerful on earth are nothing compared to Christ's glory. The crosses we're seeing on Charlemagne's crown and in his hand are to remind us that he is not just any ruler of an empire. He is the Holy Roman Emperor. He rules with Christ and the Pope. In Europe at the time, there was no competition for Catholicism. The Pope was the most powerful man in the world, and in everyone's minds. But he didn't actually have physical power until Charlemagne came and conquered France and Germany in the name of Christ. This is where that sword comes in. He not only has the power of Christ and the wealth of a king, but he also has the means to fight for and defend his land. With much instability in Western Europe, with southern pressure from Saracens, northern pressure from Vikings, and eastern pressure from the Magyars, Franks, Germans, and Italians alike needed a strong leader to defend their towns and manors. This is propaganda advertising leaders like Charlemagne are ideal for a thriving empire. This would have been made around the time Lutheranism started picking up, and the artist, probably like almost all Europeans at the time, was Catholic, trying to suppress this new discovery in theology with past successes of his religion. The artist reminds the people of their roots, a Holy Roman Emperor, a Catholic. What I find interesting about this piece is how many eagles actually cover his coat. They range in the double digits. Now, I think the reason why there might be more eagles than lilies is because this piece was indeed made in Nuremberg, so they heavily favor the Germans in this situation. Also, there's so much detail put into his beard and his face. It's shown as a strong, male, wise, old figure, who also seems powerful in a sense. It's this power that Charlemagne is supposed to inherited from Christ himself. And really, once you have the opinion and the beliefs of Christ in your rule, you are really, truly the most powerful man in the world. Now, I'm not sure if I agree with using religion to benefit your rule or your empire, but I do think it was very smart of him at the time, for this was truly the most important part of people's lives.